Hey guys, we're Light Divided, and over the next couple of weeks we are going to be previewing a little bit of each song from Choose Your Own Adventure. Make sure you guys pre-order at alightdivided.com, iTunes, Google Play, or anywhere that music is sold.
So the first song that kicks off the record is called Make Your Luck.
I knew immediately I wanted this song to be the opening track on the record because lyrically it embodies the spirit of what Choose Your Own Adventure means to me, which is one life, one chance, make it count, and just living life unapologetically on your terms.
I think musically the song's very driving and it doesn't really let up, and it sort of sets the tone musically for what the rest of the album sort of is.
Very anthemic, like trying to go for something very driving and having a sort of riffy bass chorus. Track number 2 on Choose Your Own Adventure is our first single, Fear Heights.
This was the first record that I was a part of writing with this band. And being a longtime fan of this band, I kind of approached it with the mindset of trying to write a Light Divided songs. Starting off with this song, I had a few ideas for different guitar riffs, and Kyle, our producer, just kept telling me to tone it down, make it simpler, kept telling me there was too much going on. And that was the point where he kind of really showed me, like, I don't need to write a Light Divided songs, I need to write my songs.
Lyrically, Fear of Heights is about taking control of the fear of being vulnerable enough to let people in and not always having up a wall and keeping people out. And it's about making a choice to not let the fear of letting that get in your way of true happiness.
I'm standing on pins, I think I'm gonna give in. I'm feeling so sick, so sick. The more that I fight, the noise in my life, the more I find the words that started the fire. I wanna survive, I wanna ignite, but I'm still resting on the edge of...
Track 3 on Choose Your Own Adventure is called Remedy.
Remedy is about the negative people in your life that seem to exist just to push your buttons, to try to get a reaction out of you. And it's also about taking that frustration and setting it aside and not letting that kind of thing get to you and being the bigger person.
One of my favorite things musically about Remedy, the main kind of intro guitar riff was kind of a different part of another song we'd been working on before we went into the studio. And the fact that it went from kind of a secondary part in another song to kind of the main primary meat of this song just really satisfied me.
Also the only song in the entire album that has screaming in it. So.
That's true.
It's pretty
That is
awesome,
true.
actually.
I didn't even think about that.
Well,
Going into this, and when we were originally writing for this record, I felt like we were really stuck in the mindset of what makes an Light Divided song. And there were all these little checkpoints that we felt we had to cross in order for it to be our song. And then we went in there, and this song specifically, where we just kind of threw all of that out the window and realized that we could still be a good band, we could still be a Light Divided without having this or without having that. And I thought that it was really cool to right off the bat get into the mindset that we can start completely from scratch and still have it be our sound, and keep our sound that made the fans that we do have proud of us, but also be different enough where maybe people who haven't given us a chance before or heard us before and weren't quite into it might come back and give us another shot. Start with this one. That song is called Another Bar Fight in Brooklyn, and it is one of my personal favorites on the record. I just think it's so much fun. It's about feeling like you're running out of time to pursue a certain path. There's certain expectations that come with you, especially as you get older and all that fun stuff. But this song is about moving on and having faith in yourself, especially during those moments of doubt.
Bar Fight 2 is like one of the last ones we wrote for it. I think musically we did a good job just making something that was fast, fun to play, and can't wait to kind of see how that song goes over live.
Yeah, it's a real, like, get the crowd hype kind of song, and I'm, like, itching to start playing it out for everybody.
This one was kind of like the last of our goofy song titles.
Yeah.
Or like a themed song title.
Before we got in the studio, really, we had the idea of naming every song title after an experience or a story that we've had out on the road. And this was always one of my favorites. And we got a little bit more serious with a lot of the song titles, but I always wanted to use this one. And I'm like, well, one doesn't hurt. So Another Bar Fight in Brooklyn. It's not too bad. And it's not like crazy long like some of the other ones we've had.
I believe this is the end of side 1. Please flip the tape over and continue to side 2.